Former President Donald Trump has now been charged with crimes in 4 separate cases. He's the first former American president to be indicted in the country's history. Now, Trump's pleaded not guilty to all 91 charges against him. So let's break down what charges he faces and for what crimes. First, there's the hush money case in New York. Trump is charged with falsifying business records in that case. The Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg alleges that Trump broke the law in trying to hide hush money payments to the adult film actress Stormy Daniels to buy her silence leading up to the 2016 election.
My attorney and I are committed to making sure that everyone finds out the truth and the facts of what happened, and I give my word that we will not rest until that happens.
In the middle of the case is former fixer Michael Cohen. Now, the central issue in Bragg's case hangs on how the Trump Organization and Trump recorded paying Michael Cohen $130,000 for a payment that Michael Cohen made to Stormy Daniels. Michael Cohen says that payment was intended to buy Daniels silence about an alleged affair with Trump in the weeks before the 2016 election. And Cohen says his reimbursements were falsely recorded in internal Trump company reports as legal fees, when actually the money was a campaign expense to keep Daniels quiet.
Federal prosecutors working for Trump directed Michael Cohen to make hush money payments, and then they were falsely booked on the company records.
Cohen has also said that Trump knew about the details of the payment and why it was being made. Trump's legal team denies this and says that Trump would have paid off Daniels regardless of whether he was running for president. That Manhattan trial is set for March of next year, just as the presidential season is ramping up. Then there's the classified documents case. Trump faces criminal charges for allegedly taking home secret documents after he left the White House and repeatedly refusing to return them when asked by federal officials. In that case, Trump's been slapped with 40 felony counts, including willful retention of national defense information in violation of the Espionage Act and other charges like obstructing justice and making false statements. Now, that case will be tried in May 2024, so May of next year, in federal court in Fort Pierce, Florida. That adds another court date in the middle of Trump's busy campaign season. Trump also faces federal charges for his role in trying to overturn the 2020 election. In that case, Justice Department Special Counsel Jack Smith alleged that Trump knew he was lying when he was spreading lies about the election fraud, and that Trump was part of a broader effort to create slates of fake electors and interfere with the process of certifying the election results in Congress. In that case, among the 4 charges Trump faces are conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against citizens' rights to vote in an election. Now, that case is set to be tried in federal court in D.C. in March. The same month it's supposed to go to trial for the hush money payments in New York. Next year's going to be really busy for Trump in court and on the campaign trail. Then there's the Georgia election case. Trump's been charged by Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis for participating in the broad effort to overturn Biden's Electoral College win in that state.
The grand jury believes they were part of the illegal effort to overturn the results of Georgia's 2020 presidential election.
Trump faces 13 counts in the case, including violating state racketeering laws, soliciting a public official to violate his oath of office, conspiring to commit forgery in the first degree, conspiring to file false documents, and making false statements. Willis also charged 18 other defendants along with Trump, including White House former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and legal advisor Sidney Powell and former Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani.
This indictment is a travesty. It's an attack on not just me, not just President Trump, not just the people in this indictment, some of whom I don't even know. This is an attack on the American people.
In the Georgia case, Trump is accused of being the head of a criminal enterprise to overturn the 2020 election, refusing to accept his loss and making unfounded assertions of widespread election fraud in Georgia. The indictment also alleges that Trump pressured the Republican governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, and other top state officials to find a way to reverse his loss. And there's also the famous recorded phone call between Trump and Georgia's Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger. In the recording from January 2nd, 2021, Trump is heard asking the state's top election official to, quote, find 11,780 votes, one more than the number he lost by in the decisive swing state. Trump has described that phone call as perfect and denied he did anything wrong. That trial will be held in Atlanta. One thing is for certain, Trump's going to be spending a lot of days in court next year at a time when he had planned to be on the campaign trail trying to win another 4 years in the White House.